Welcome back to Google class. Hello viewers, students, how are you? Today I am going to discuss with topic Indian Penal Code under section 304. 304 explain about punishment for culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Punishment for culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Okay. So we have section 304 two part 1 part 2 or section 304 subclass 1 304 subclass 2. Okay, the subclass 1 304 subclass 1 explains about intention of the person, how the crime will be occurred, and number 2 section 302 knowledge. Okay, knowledge, done with knowledge, likely to cause death. Okay, so based on this section 304 subclass 1 explain about whoever commits culpable homicide not amounting to murder shall be punished with imprisonment for life. Okay, lifetime full, or imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 10 years. Okay, 10 years punishment, and shall also liable to fine. Okay, if the act by which the death is caused is done with the intention of causing death or causing such bodily injury as is likely to cause death. Okay, this punishment section 304 subclass 1. Section 304 subclass 2 explain about as per the IPC or with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 10 years or with the fine or with both means fine and imprisonment, if the act is done with the knowledge, the act with the knowledge. Okay, the act is done with the knowledge that it is likely to cause death, but without any intention to cause death or to cause such bodily injury as is likely to cause death. So this is what explained section 304 subclass 2. Okay, I will give you as per the 304 of subclass 1 and 304 of subclass 2 some provisions and examples, then it is easy to understand this provision. Okay, so this section provides punishment for culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Okay, not amounting to murder. Murder explained about section 302, but here 304 not amounting to murder. But automatically what happened? Not amounting to murder. So under it there are two kinds of punishments applying to two different circumstances. Two type of punishments applying to two different circumstances. What are the circumstances? Number 1, the act by which the death is caused is done with intention of causing death or such bodily injury as is likely to cause death. The punishment is imprisonment for life or imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 10 years and fine. This is 304 subclass 1 explained. Okay, and another second point 304 subclass 2 is if the act is done with knowledge that it is likely to cause death but without any intention to cause death, or such bodily injury as is likely to cause death, the punishment is imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 10 years, or with fine, or with both. Okay. A conviction under part 2 of this section, part 2 means 304 subclass 2 is part 2. Section read with section 34 of IPC is legal and valid. Okay. Part 2 of this section can be read together with section 34, notwithstanding that part 2 speaks only of knowledge, with the section 34 deals with intention. Okay. Now it's clear, this portion. And the commission of the offense of culpable homicide would require some positive act on the part of the accused, as distinguished from silence, inaction, or mere lapse. Allegation of not carrying out of prompt search of the missing children. Okay. Allegation of not carrying out of prompt search of missing children, of delay in the lodging of formal complaint. This example, formal complaint with the police, and failure to take adequate measure to guard the access from the ashram to the river. Okay, which are the principal allegations made in the FIR, cannot make out a cause of culpable homicide not amounting to murder, punishable under section 304 IPC. So this is what example also. Okay. I will give you distinction between provision of section 304 part 1 and part 2. Part 1 means 304 subclass 1. Part 2 means 304 subclass 2. Now it's clear, because the same part 1 part 2 also same, depends upon our convenient. We are adding this part 1 part 2. Many writers are written part 1 part 2. Many people are using subclass 1. So as per the our Indian Penal Code, 304 subclass 1, 304 subclass 2. Okay. So these are all same only. As per the linguistic distinction between the two parts of section 304 is evident from the very language of this section. There are two apparent distinctions. Okay, two apparent distinctions. Number one, in relation to the punishment, while other is found on the intention of causing that act without any intention, but with the knowledge that the act is likely to cause death. It is neither advisable nor possible to state any straight jacket formula. Okay, if any straight jacket formula that would be universally applicable to all cases for such determination. Sorry. Every case essentially must be decided on its own merits. The court has to perform the very delicate function of applying the provision of the code to the facts of the case with a clear demarcation as to under what category of cases the case at hand falls, and accordingly punish the accused. Okay, this is what difference. And another thing, in section 304 part 2 applicable only when exception to section 300 over a case. Okay, this is question mark. How it is? The plea that section 304 part 2 applies only when the exception to section 300 cover a case is misconceived. A leading case, a decision in Arendra Mandal case. Arendra, H-A-R-E-N-D-R-A, Arendra Mandal, M-A-N-D-A-L, Arendra Mandal case. was rendered in different context and observation in the same case cannot be read out and contest. Okay, cannot be read out of context. That was a case where death itself had not been caused, and therefore question of applying section 304 IPC did not arise. Okay, section 304 part 2 comes into play when the death is caused by doing an act with knowledge that it is likely to cause death, but there is no intention on the part of the accused either to cause death or to cause such bodily injury is likely to cause death. Okay, this is what saying section 304 part 1 and part 2. Okay, now it clear this portion. Okay, I will close this session. We'll discuss the continuation of this part. Continuation of the part means the explanation, some more explanations next class or next video class. Okay, students, bye, thank you, send me your feedback. Okay.